started to tell me about ballroom history. Yeah, actually ballroom history. Ballroom happened in New York City in underground gay community. And before the voguing was born, the ballroom was there. Actually, that was just a gay party in New York, underground New York City.
就是 voguing 这个舞一开始是从纽约发展的，但它一开始其实是一个 gay party 的形式，对，就是那个叫做 ballroom。好，再见。
Yes, first people were just walking, walk on the floor, and yeah, that's it. They didn't dance at the party, but some people started to call, making a pose like supermodel.
就是大家一开始只是 walk， 就只是走，而不是真的在跳舞。对，那但是对，就是下去走。那他们下去走一走，就开始有人在会 pose， 就是摆时尚的姿势。
But actually, there's some stories, some different story by some people because most of them, most of about pioneers already passed away. So, yeah, so there are some stories, but one story is August, the icon, Pepper LaBeija started to go first.
但是 Toby 想说，其实关于 Vogue 的起源有不同的版本，因为有一些Vogue 就是早期跳 Vogue 的人已经去世了，所以就是关于 Vogue 的起源有很多的说法。那有一个说法是说 Pepper LaBeija 是第一个开始跳 Vogue 的。
就是那个 drag queen，就在 Paris is
Yeah. So have you ever seen the movie Paris is Burning? She was in the movie and she was wearing a fur coat and she was wearing like butch cream.
对，就是有一个有名的纪录片叫 Paris is Burning， 对，那 Pepper LaBeija 就有在里面出现，然后他就穿着很大的那种皮草，对，然后还有就是他会在里面就是说什么 butch cream。我们等一下会询问有一些特别名词的意思。
So other story, so gay people sometimes arrested doing something bad. So they were when they was in jail, they was so boring in jail. So they just playing by copying causing a lot of in jail.
第二个版本的故事是说，因为有时候 gay people 会，妈咪的说法是做坏事，但应该是说可能是因为毒品或是因为一些犯罪入狱。那有一个说法就是说 voguing 是这些人在监狱里面，就是因为他们在监狱里面很无聊或是很痛苦，所以他们要去他们就想要对出钱，然后就去学时尚的 pose， 然后把它当做一种娱乐消遣。所以这是另外的说法，是说从监狱起源。
So, but the voguing named afterward, the category was just poses, and more poses first. Then they named a voguing after it because the pose was looked like model of Vogue magazine.
所以 voguing 这个名词其实是后来才出现的，就是因为一开始大家只是一直摆 pose，然 P 逗号 DIP 逗号 SEIL。
What is pop?
Yeah, pop is pop.
Pop.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is pop.
Pop.
Yeah, so when you posing in all the way, it's actually pop. So when you stretch your arm, pop. Yeah, you pop your elbow, right? Yeah, so this is pop. Yeah. Also, the voguing was at the same age, same era of voguing. B-boying was born. Yeah, so the same era.
刚刚Kobe 想示范 pop 就是 pop，对对。等一下。
Spin.
然后刚刚说 voguing 出现的时候，也刚好是 breaking， 就是 B-boy 这个舞风开始出现的时候。
Yeah, so you spin, right? So did you ever see?
How they hold it?
Oh, so did you ever see the?
How?
Yeah, this is spin. All the way.
就是它是在任何的 pose 做出的 spin，都算
So
spin。
they did all the way like that.
Oh.
Yeah, this is.
它有可能是做
Yeah, this is like. All the way deep. Yeah, so that's why the category was called pop.
这样有需要翻译吗？反正就是有3个元素。
就是这3个元素，你这个风格都要做。
Can I ask a question? So there's no difference between old way and pop deep spin. I mean these two terms. 这两个名词是不一样。
So they named pop deep spin as old way. Well, after new way came. Yeah, but new way was first called stretch, stretch, more stretch.
顾里想解释是，他们这个舞蹈原本叫 pop deep spin， 但是后来当一个更新的风格出现以后，他们就把旧的这种舞蹈叫 old way。那更新的风格是什么呢？就是要更多的伸展 stretch， 就是更多的体操，
非人类。
对，体操特技那一种，或是柔软度的动作。
我补充一下，其实老师要说应该就是，只是因为那个style 的衍生的时间点不同，所以它才变成旧的，所以并不是说特意去取这个部位，但是旧的方式。
区隔啊。
对，然后它是新的方式。
Yes, so because they made that category for the girls that was learning ballet and jazz dance and modern dance. So those girls were so flexible. Yeah, so I guess they were first working pop deep and spin categories where they were so flexible. So they made a new category for the flexible class.
就是开始有一些跳爵士或是芭蕾的舞者也来参加了voguing 活动，然后因为他们的柔软度太好了，所以就开始有了一个新的项目，就是为了这些柔软度超好的设计。
Is it actually for girl or just for dancers that do ballet and jazz?
Yeah, so anybody can walk that category. Yeah, but they just started a new category for those flexible guys.
没有啦，他刚才讲 girls 只是这个简易的称呼，这其实他在说那些 gay。
Okay.
他并不是说女生的意思。
就是说这个项目是只给女生吗？但没有，就是男生女生都可以。好，and then so we have old way, new way, and last one is vogue band.
Both then. So old way evolved into new way, and they old way evolved in another way to Vogue Femme. So Vogue Femme was first called Butch Queen, Vogue like the Femme Queen. Yeah, and they shortened it to Vogue Femme.
So you just say it's from old way, old band.
From old way. So okay, so yeah. First, also Femme Queen was working all the way category, but their all the way was so feminine. Yeah.
就是欧味这个风格是从 是叫做 Butch Queen